Hey folks, so this is your June 2019 Gentleman's Box unboxing. Gentleman's Box, the current gold standard of the boxes to which I subscribe, which admittedly has gone down from my prime. All the geek boxes are gone. I cut those, I think, about a year and a half, almost 2 years ago at this point in time. Birchbox, I mean, they're consistently mediocre. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. Likewise, Brezza Box, consistently mediocre. Gentleman's Box, they've had decent consistency, except for the quarterly, and I just got charged for another one of those, so it should be here in a week or so, and we'll see what happens with that. Now, Gentleman's Box, what they do and what they do well is they're an accessories box. But unlike other boxes that kind of coordinate around a theme or an aesthetic, Gentleman's Box coordinates around a concept. So in this case, it is our favorite Duke of Cambridge. So we will see. I have no idea. I'm not like a fan of the Royals in any way, shape, or form. So we'll see what we got here. This month, we honor a gentleman who comes from our royal roots out of London, England. Our honoree is the oldest of two, born to previous Prince and the late Princess of Wales. He went on to study at the University of St. Andrews in Scotland, focused on art history and geography. It is also a university where he met his wife, the current Duchess of Cambridge. I got nothing. Along with receiving a solid education, our honoree served with the Royal Air Force and Royal Navy, creating a successful military career. He performed many life-saving missions and reached the position as a full-time pilot. He even donated his full salary from working as an air ambulance pilot to charity. Our honoree is no stranger to charitable causes. His mother was dedicated to helping others, which carried into his values. Following in his mother's footsteps, he's dedicated to fighting the stigma around AIDS to help those who are suffering. All right, I think I got an idea. He also heavily supports a charity focused on assisting the homeless. Ignited by a gap year spent in Africa, our honoree became devoted to the Tusk Trust, which is a charity focused on the conservation and education of wildlife across Africa. Another notable fact we can't leave out is he plays polo for charitable causes, not just for the fun of it. This month, we hope you feel inspired by our honoree and enjoy all the items which inspired us to include for each of you. So, I have a sneaking suspicion it's Harry or William, maybe. You know, again, English royalty, I got nothing. I'm lost. So the first thing we have is an advertisement for a watch. Of course, if you've seen my boxes before, you know my position on analog watches. At least they're just giving me the card and not the damn watch itself. So let's see what we have in here. We'll come back to the magazine in just a minute or two. So I'm just going to grab the first thing I see is a pair of socks from Northern Soul. Yeah, I'll take them out. Why not? Kind of a, they look a little short, but kind of a nice red and blue argyle pattern. Of course, the problem is, yeah, these feel kind of grippy. So here's the problem with socks of any sort at my size. Let's see here. Perfect example. All right, we're going to do something weird. So I have a side job. I have my full-time job that I sometimes talk about on the channel. I also have a side job working at a pizza place on the weekend. So I got off work about an hour and a half ago. Came home, and mind you, I had on the work shoes and the socks. So these are from. Let's see if this works. Kind of. So if you take a look right there, the socks have been off about an hour. And you can still see the impression marks from the socks. That's the problem with dress socks. Socks of any sort, really. So I could wear these. I think they would be pretty forgiving. Northern Soul is our vendor on these. I mean, I like the color. I like the argyle. I just wonder how much of an impression or compression this is going to make on my calves. All right. Next thing is, I'll just grab it. It's at the top. So this is a vendor I'm familiar with. I've seen many, many things from them in the past. Gentlemen of the North. I think this is it is. Oh, goodness. It's a charming lapel pin. I don't know. I think it's a posy, maybe. But a charming. But what's interesting about it is it's actually cast and painted metal. So it's not like, usually with these lapel pins, it's like a fake flower. It's like, they wrapped fabric and they wrapped fabric and they wrapped fabric. But this is metal. It's kind of interesting. Let's see what we have here next. So next is the tie. The obligatory tie. And the tie is from the Dapper Cats. And kind of an interesting grid pattern there. It looks like it's red and gray. Again, not really in a tie mode at this point in time. I don't know. At some point in time, I may go back into ties, but we'll see. We have another item from the Dapper Cats. Let's see what we have here. Oh, look at that. Ooh. Ooh. It is a Paisley pocket square. It is a very, very nice Paisley pocket square. I'm liking the color. Surprise, surprise. My weight is on an upswing. Although I still think I can fit into my sport coats. But yeah, I'm liking the color of the pocket square. Very nice pocket square. I like Paisley. Paisley as a pattern, for some reason, just kind of gets overlooked. Maybe it's just because it's dated. Maybe it's because it's so identified with the 1960s and 1960s culture. But I have always loved Paisley. Now, granted, I was born in '72, so a lot of the television that I saw, a lot of the fashion that I saw, they were kind of echoes of that '60s. When I was a kid, a lot of the stuff that I saw on TV, like '60s sitcoms that were running in reruns at the time. So that might be why. The last thing we have here, and I fear I may have spoken too soon on the watch. Let's see what we have here. Oh dear. I see the phrase Chinese movement. I don't think we're talking about bowels. Let's see what we have here. So, first of all, it is from W. Morrison, EST 2016. Yeah, kids, listen. I don't think 3 years ago was really that impressive. And there it is. Hey, it's a watch. It's a watch. Well, let's take a look here. I mean, don't misunderstand me. It's a nice watch. It's a handsome watch. I should probably show it to you because it'll go, okay, come on, goddamn. So there are a couple departures here. The band is blue. The face is also blue, and blue face is not common for analog watches. But then again, if you watch my channel, I'm not a huge fan of analog watches. Especially the more I kind of slip into my current mode. I mean, it's a nice watch, but I just the days of putting a watch in a box like this for wow factor, God no, analog watches like 2010, 2011, 2012, even 2013 wow factor. Now we're getting to the point it's like, analog watch, big deal. So yeah, not bad. I think the pocket square. The pocket square and the lapel pin are kind of my faves from this box. We'll see what we have here. So the other thing is, you can also now take a look at this. I was kind of turning my eyes away because they had the whole box right there spread out and kind of wanted a little bit of a surprise factor. So we'll kind of go through. One of the reasons, again, I would always recommend Gentleman's Box is they really go out of the way to make the magazine useful. In particular, they always give you kind of a style guide. So the concept is, if you're learning how to groom, if you're learning how to dress, this is something that'll kind of tell you. It'll tell you the level of style. It'll tell you colors to wear it with. So very nice. So just to kind of recap, we have our tie from Dapper Cats, plaid tie, $23. Also from Dapper Cats, again, I think this is one of the two really big hits in the box, is that pocket square. The pocket square has a retail of $10, but again, that Paisley is just so exceptionally sharp. The Northern Soul socks, it looks like there are two colors, and they're just kind of assigning you one or the other. So I think I lucked out with the Argyle, because I'm seeing kind of a stripe pattern, and sorry, I'm not saying this to diss on anybody, but when I see striped socks, man, I'm thinking Wizard of Oz and the Wicked Witch. Just really not doing much for me. So I'm just kind of skimming this really quickly. Yeah, there we go. Collaborated with Northern Soul to offer one of two different style socks. So again, I think I at least came out better with the Argyle. The stripes just not doing much for me. Next up is the rose gold watch from Dobby Morrison, $60. And again, I'm over the whole analog watch trend. I got on the Apple Watch bandwagon 4 years ago and never looked back. So this Gentleman of the North, the lapel pin, $15. This for me was kind of one of the other really big hits in this box. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because it's a lapel pin, but it's not the stock lapel pin that I've seen and I've been getting that kind of fake fabric flower. The fact that they took the metal and they basically took a piece of pressed metal. All right, so let's see here. Summer 2019 bucket list. We'll wrap this up. Attend an outdoor concert or music festival. Actually, one of my husbands and I are going to do that in 2 weeks. Father John Misty is coming through in Raleigh, North Carolina, and we are going to catch him. Visit an outdoor art fair. Yeah, outdoors in the summer, no way in hell. Make a meal with ingredients all from a farmer's market. Yeah, no, that's a little too hipster for me. Camp in your backyards. Yeah, I'm in a townhouse complex. Not a good idea. Light a bonfire. S'mores are mandatory. Again, I'm in a townhouse complex. Not a good idea to light fires. Visit a state park or national park. You know what? I just spent a week in the mountains for a conference in Colorado. I'm going to write that off. Keystone walking through. That's close enough for me. Spend an entire day outdoors from sunrise to sunset. Okay. Let's see. Plan a road trip to a location you've never visited. Again, I'm kind of in my brutal summer schedule, so I'm just going to write travel off for that. Keystone, again, I'm killing two birds with one stone here. Do a 2-day technology detox. Oh, kids. Oh, kids, really? A 2-day technology detox me? Yeah, no. 2 hours and I'm already getting antsy. Host a barbecue backyard party. We may kind of do that for the 4th. I don't know what we're doing for the 4th. Again, we don't have a backyard really, but I do have a grill. Actually, I think we grilled on Memorial Day, so yeah, I guess we'll count that too. So kind of close, kind of hit there. Feature member Q&A, Sean Mazzeo, Gentleman's exclusive. So I don't know what box they have here, but it looks like, again, if you're a fan of analog watches, might not be a bad one to grab there. And finally, the members wearing things from past boxes that I'm too goddamn lazy to take a picture of and send in. So there we go, folks. That is your June 2019 Gentleman's Box honoring our favorite Duke of Cambridge. At this point in time, if you want to subscribe, please, by all means, hit the subscription button. One of these fingers is pointing to it. I can never remember which one. Like I said, I just got charged for the Gentleman's Box Summer Premium Box, so that's coming in. We'll cross our fingers. Next up, what is today? I guess at this point in time, we've seen Sprezza already, so I guess we're kind of waiting for the beginning of the month. Okay, it's about 2 weeks from now. We'll see Birchbox roll back through, so we'll do Birchbox, Sprezza, Gentleman's Box again. But like I said, in the meantime, the Gentleman's Box Premium should be coming through, so we'll take a look at that when it shows up. If you want to leave some comments, please, by all means, leave some comments. I don't know how the fuck the algorithm puts me on some people's radars, but apparently I've had some people who just think they're going to troll me into a response. That's great. Yeah, so, leave some comments. As long as you're not a dick, I will at least like and maybe respond back to you. Beyond that, I will see everybody next month for the next Gentleman's Box, or in a week or two for the Gentleman's Box Premium. So until then, be good to each other, and stay safe out there.